Hello, welcome to today's video. We're going to be watching Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode 10, the finale of the season. I'm looking forward to this. Last episode, man, it just blew me out of the water. Blew me away. It was incredible. I really enjoyed it. Definitely my favorite of all the seasons thus far. They just did an excellent job with that episode. So I'm excited to see what they do with Episode 10. I don't imagine it will be as hype. I mean, I don't know how you could beat Episode 9, but that's okay. You know, there's some storylines I'd like to find out more about. Obviously, I want to find out what Jaime Lannister's up to. I'd like to find out, you know, hopefully the imp's okay. I want to see Arya again and her friends. So there's a lot I'd like to see. I'd like to see, you know, the House of the Undying. Yes, I'm still stuck on that. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I'd like to see. So we'll just kind of play it by ear and see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited. And hopefully you enjoyed last week's episode. Someone did mention, how is your episode longer than the actual episode of Game of Thrones? And I did put a lot in there. You know, I can work on cutting them down a little bit if you'd like. Hopefully the longer videos are okay. I just had a lot to say. I did have a little bit of trouble with editing, with getting copyrighted, as in I could post the video, but I can't make any revenue off of it. At this point in this channel's time, it doesn't affect me at all, but it would be a shame if that video blows up and then, you know, down the road I couldn't make a couple bucks off of it or whatever. But it's all right. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, so we'll jump into this one and just see what we can find. I'm excited. I just don't think they're gonna be able to blow me away like Episode 9 did. But who knows? Who knows what they have planned? So we'll see what we can find out. And here we go. Here we go. Game of Thrones.
Where am I? These are your new chambers. A little cramped, perhaps, but you don't need much room, do you? You are no longer a hand of the king. Huh. For your trouble.
So I think it's a shame he's no longer Hand of the King. I mean, he did a great job in the battle, and it doesn't look like he's going to get any credit for his efforts. But yeah, it's a shame. I'm glad he's alive, though. I don't fully grasp where he's at. That guy looked a little bit like the Grandmaster, but I don't think it is him. I don't know. But yeah, it's a shame he's no longer Hand of the King. I mean, I knew that was coming, but it's a shame.
Baelish, step forward. For your good service and ingenuity in uniting the houses of Lannister and Tyrell, I declare that you shall be granted the castle of Harrenhal, with all its attendant lands and incomes, to be held by your sons and grandsons from this day until the end of time.
You honor me beyond words, Your Grace.
Interesting. Lord Baelish getting some moving up in the world. I still think it's depressing that they're not honoring the imp at all, at least not yet. And I wouldn't put it past King Joffrey and the rest of them just to ignore him, pretend he didn't do anything. But he was the real reason they succeeded. Obviously, he wouldn't have done it on his own, like without his dad coming in, you know, finishing the battle. It would have been lost. But, you know, he was the one that put all the actual effort into the battle. But there you go, Lord Baelish. Making moves. Moving upwards.
Lady Marjorie?
With all my heart, Your Grace. I have come to love you from afar. Tales of your courage and wisdom have never been far from my ears, and those tales have taken root deep inside of me.
I too have heard tales of your beauty and grace, but the tales do not do you justice, my lady.
Okay, so apparently Sansa didn't leave. She should have left. I mean, this is ridiculous. Now he's flirting with some other lady. I mean, she just wants to be a queen. The queen, if you remember. She don't want to be a queen. The queen. So I guess this is her best shot. But yeah, I mean, it's too bad Sansa didn't leave. I think she should have left, honestly. But, you know, what do I know? I would hope I would have left, but...
It would be an honor
to set Sansa Stark aside.
Oh. I didn't see that coming, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. I don't know. We'll see what King Joffrey says. I wouldn't want to be his wife. Not that I'm a woman, but I don't know. I mean, it might be better for Sansa unless they kill her. But I mean, because that if she's no longer going to be the queen, though, I feel like her protection has run out, kind of thing. You know. Hopefully the other guy that fought for King Joffrey and had some words to share with him, hopefully he doesn't get punished, but I'm sure he will if he's still around. Hopefully he took off on his own.
My lady, my sincerest condolences.
They're right, I'm not good enough for him.
You shouldn't say that.
Wow, that took a turn. I can't tell if she's crying or laughing or... I didn't... She looked like she was almost smiling a little bit. Maybe some sense of relief, but at the same time, you don't know what's going to happen to you now. I mean, you're still a prisoner, basically. Interesting what Lord Baelish... We'll see what his proposals are. Hopefully he doesn't want to marry her. That would be weird.
You have a tender heart. Just like your mother did at your age. I can see so much of her in you. She was like a sister to me. For her sake, I'll help get you home. We're all liars here. And every one of us is better than you.
I don't know why she'd want to stay. Unless she thinks she'd cause too much trouble leaving. I don't know. I mean, she's had opportunity to get out, and she hasn't taken it yet. But if she's not going to be the queen, and if King Joffrey's just going to torture her and abuse her like he's already been doing, why would you stay? Trying to think what her reasoning would be. I mean, maybe she's just a child and is not necessarily the brightest, or I don't know. I don't know what her reasoning would be to stay behind. I don't know.
I don't abuse them to satisfy royal whims or force them to abuse each other.
How do you know about that?
I thought you said you knew who I was.
What can I do for you, Lord Varys?
Wonder what he wants with her. I'm sure we're going to find out, but I just, interesting. We'll find out what his proposal is. I don't know. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to work for Lord Peter Baelish, especially not that line of work. I don't think he has any men working for him, though. Well, not in that way. At least not that I've seen.
I'm afraid of him.
Oh, you should be. He's a dangerous man. But everyone has their weaknesses. Your current employer hides his very well, but not as well as he thinks.
Interesting. Very interesting. I still don't know what he'd want with her as a partnership. Maybe information, because I'm sure she has information as far as like who's visited. Maybe some dirt on Lord Baelish. I don't know. Here we are, though. The boat has arrived. Got Jaime Lannister. It'll be interesting to see what happens with him.
Traveling a prisoner.
You're a woman. A woman? Well, fuck me.
If you've quite finished up.
Oh, that's funny. I'm sure she could take all three of them, though. I mean, just some of the comments make me think she's pretty great. I've not seen her, battle much, but she definitely, it appears that she can hold her own as far as what she's been saying and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But that's funny how they're laughing at her like that. Well, that just happened. Yeah, I was wondering, how are you going to answer what his name is at the same time? Maybe they should come up with a storyline next time. Oh, jeez. 2 quick deaths, 1 slow and painful death. I don't even know where she stabbed him. But, well, there you go. Who were those men? Should I have known them? I don't know. They clearly aren't Lannister's men, because they would have known who Jaime Lannister was. But, well, I mean, one of them did. I don't know.
Those were Stark men.
I didn't serve the Starks.
Oh, those were Stark's men. Interesting. Well, now they're not.
I served Lady Catelyn.
What you and Father had.
Why not? Because she's not beautiful. Because she's not exotic and exciting.
No, you're arguing just to argue. Because you arranged it.
And you agreed to it. You gave him your word.
He did. It's not fun. It's not exciting. It's, I mean, kind of a sucky situation, but he gave him his word. What is a man without his word? A liar. I don't know. I just, you can't go around saying stuff like that and then not follow through on your promises, especially in this day and age. Not modern times, but like in this timeline, like that's just not a good thing. Especially, I mean, you're the king of the North. Why you can't expect people to trust you if you don't even keep your own word.
Treat your oaths recklessly, and your people will do the same. If your father lived his life for
My
one
father
thing...
is dead. And the only parent I have left has no right to call anyone reckless.
Well, I mean, he does have a good point. She does have no right to call him reckless, but she also makes some valid points. About his word and everything. I'm with her on that. I don't think he should have given his word if he wasn't going to keep it. So, I don't know, but yeah, she doesn't have a lot of room to talk with her history.
I've been fighting far longer than you.
Have you? Show me how you fight. Show me. Where's your God now? Will he save you?
Wow. I mean, yeah, I get why he's angry, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. I probably paused it right before some jaw-dropping moment, but I don't know. I mean, he's got some good points. I get why he's angry. He watched all his men die. He thought he thought he was gonna win, but like she is right to an extent. Like you giving up just because you lost a battle, but I guess he thought it was gonna be more of a one and done type deal, and that is not at all what happened for King Baratheon. So I don't know. We'll keep watching. Well, I won't be able to play that because of the music, but him looking into the fire, I wish I could have seen what he was seeing, because I agree with his first statement, it's just fire. I thought for sure she was going to like shove his head into the fire or something. But yeah, I don't know. Wonder what he sees. I mean, I just don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he can build up another army, I'm sure, but I mean, he got defeated, so he lost a lot of men. It's going to take time before he has to do another, try to take over the kingdom. Man, I'm disappointed, though. It would have been nice seeing King Joffrey's head on a stick.
A word from my father?
No.
Send more ravens.
You killed all the ravens.
Yes, he did kill all the ravens. I wonder why this guy's helping him. I mean, maybe he doesn't have much of a choice, but kind of an inside man, I guess, because he knows information about the Stark boys. So, I guess he's maybe not really helping him. But Greyjoy, I mean, he had his opportunity to leave. He could have left. He's just been foolish, and here he is, surrounded. Are we getting another battle back to back? I mean, I don't think he has anyone to fight for him, but I don't know if he's still got some of his men there or not. His sister didn't seem like she was going to stay or anything. She was there to bring him home, so.
That's the mating call of the Northmen. They want to fuck us. Well, I haven't had a good fucking week.
Oh, jeez. It's a death mission. I mean, I've said that before. I've said that a lot, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, 20 men versus 500. I mean, they do have the castle wall to help them, but man, it's not looking good. It's interesting. I mean, joining the Night's Watch maybe would have been a good idea. I can see his fear with Jon Snow there, but I mean, Jon Snow is not really with the Night's Watch right now. He doesn't know that. He also doesn't know the Stark boys are alive. There's a lot he doesn't know. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, he also doesn't know they want to take him alive. So that's going to help him out. Won't help his men out necessarily. Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, if it's men's turn on him or not. I don't know. 500 versus 20, though. It's not good odds. Not good odds at all.
Girls will think of us with their lovers inside them. And whoever kills that fucking hornblower will stand in bronze above the shores of Pine. What is dead may never die.
Thought he'd never shut up. It was a good speech.
Yeah, it was a good speech. It was a very good speech. I'd imagine they're turning him in. Oh, man.
Why would I lie about it?
To create strife between my sister and me?
Where before there was nothing but love. Sir Mandan Moore tried to kill you on your sister's orders. If it weren't for your squire's bravery, you'd be a dead man.
Pod.
Yes, my lord.
Would it be excessive of me to ask you to save my life twice in a week?
No, my lord.
You're a good lad. Get Bronn. Tell him I want 4 of his most loyal gold cloaks outside my door at all times.
I'm afraid your friend has been relieved of his command of the City Watch. The gold cloaks are now firmly in the hands of your father or your sister. It varies from cloak to cloak.
Then my hill tribesmen
have gone home.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Not good. Can't believe his... Well, I can believe it, but it's a little shocking his sister sent him to kill him. I swore in that last episode that it was King Joffrey's man that struck him. But then I was like, well, maybe not, you know? So I guess I was right the first time. That's very interesting. Yeah. I mean, wow. That's crazy. Can you imagine if your own sister tries to kill you? That's pretty brutal. I've got sisters. I would hope they would never try and kill me, but I don't know. I would hope I have a better relationship than the imp and the queen, so I don't know. Man, I can't believe I was right the first time. But it just confused me because I'm like, surely not. You know? It just threw me off, but we got confirmation. Man, that's crazy.
Your father paid them quite handsomely. I'm afraid we won't be seeing each other for some time, my lord.
don't want to swim too close to a drowning man. And I thought we were friends.
We are. Podrick, would you mind?
They are definitely friends. They are definitely friends. Man, what a great guy. Good for him. Good for him. Look at him. He helps Ned Stark, and now he's helping the imp. Oh man, I don't know. I mean, he's limited with what he can do, but that's pretty great. I'm glad they get to say goodbye, or I'd assume this is goodbye. Yeah, that's pretty great. It's making me a little emotional. I was really rooting for the two of them to pull through, so this is not the outcome I wanted, but it's the outcome we got. At least they're both alive.
Let's leave.
Leave?
Leave King's Landing. They tried to kill you, they will try again. Going into wars, fighting soldiers, you're terrible at this. Let's take a boat to Pentos and never come back. You don't belong here.
What a nice girl. He is terrible at fighting in wars. Man, he did good with the speech though, rallying his men, or King Joffrey's men. He did a good job. He did a good job. And he doesn't look too much like a monster. I mean, I've had issues with I had a scar, not nearly as bad as that, of course, but I had a concussion and stuff from jail, so I understand looking like a monster, but he's right though. Double, he's got his scar against his face because that's never going to heal fully, and then and he's an imp. So, but good for her. I hope they do leave. I don't know if they'd be able to escape, but look at her. I hope they. I don't know. I don't know what I hope, but I hope neither of them die. That's what I hope.
And the sight of the seven.
Yeah, she should have left. I mean, I understand. It's love, It seems to be love between the two of them, so I get. And he does have a commitment. I mean, he is a Lannister, so I understand to an extent why he feels he needs to stay, I guess. Her, on the other hand, though, I don't know. I mean, it's just a dangerous game, and then I don't think it's going to end well for her, which is a shame. Do you want to say hello? There you have it. What we got going over here?
I hereby one another and say the words.
What a fool. What a fool. Or is that not who I think it is? Who is this? I don't think it's... Is it the girl? Doesn't look like her. Maybe it's just a bad angle. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm gonna sound silly if it is not who I think it is. I think it's his girlfriend he was cheating with, but cheating on the promise, that is.
Father.
Yeah, it must be her. I thought she looked, well, it was just a bad angle for her. I don't want to, get flamed. Maybe she, I don't know. I pictured her differently the first couple times I saw her. That time I wasn't a big fan of how she looked. I don't know. I sound rude, but I just didn't recognize her. This is what I've been waiting for. Man, it does look like a house of ghosts. I don't know. It looks very small. I mean, it's just a big tower. But if her dragons are there, that's what we're here for. Wow. Well, they only wanted her in there, I guess. Is this a riddle? I don't know. Some magic for sure. Magic. It's Arya. 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 Oh, and he's there too. They made it. They escaped. Awesome.
Farewell, Arya Stark.
Wow. Wow. Valar Morghulis. I would not remember that. I feel like Vala, I don't know. Man, wow. Wow. That's pretty incredible. Still long hair, though. Man. Wow. I'm impressed. Now, was that magic or sorcery? I mean, maybe? That's pretty impressive, though. What a guy, though. I'll miss him. Hopefully he'll come back at some point when she needs him, but, yeah. Man, he would have taught her his ways? That would have been cool. Man. Wasn't expecting that. It's not going to be good if those men are still there. Unless the 500 are there. But, I mean, they said let's go home. Hopefully they've already left. I don't know. Oh, boy.
Osha. Tell us what medicine to get from your chambers. It'll make you better.
I feel just fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised he was able to get all the way out to the tree. Man, I thought that was that gray coat you saw when they came up. I thought that was him laying there. I didn't realize he made it all the way to the tree. Man. Oh, boy. Well. That's too bad. That's too bad. Man. I don't know, it's sad when people die. But, I mean, I don't know. I did want to mention, I don't think Bren is doing a good job with his acting in the emotional spot. I mean, he's just a kid, so I don't know. His little brother seemed to be doing a little bit better. Anyways, But Bran, just I don't know. He just seemed maybe he's in shock. I mean, maybe that was what the actor was going for. But I don't know. He just didn't seem to really care. Yeah, man. Another one bites the dust. That's too bad. He was a good guy. He even tried to help out Greyjoy. And I think he actually meant to help him. Like, that was really his intention. So, really, really great of him. It's a shame it's come to this, but there you have it. Very intriguing. Very intriguing. I don't know what I was expecting with the House of the Undying. This wasn't it. But very intriguing nonetheless. So, like, I swear, first off, that was the throne, you know, the Game of Thrones. And then secondly, this is the wall. Like, this is crazy. And she's going towards the sound of the dragons, but it sounds like the dragons are being, like, tortured. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. This is beyond crazy. Yeah, this is some dark magic. Interesting. Very interesting. So magical. Like, there's just a lot happening. Surprised that actor came back. I thought, oh, he's gone. But I mean, obviously he is dead. So, like he said, I don't know if it's a dream or if she's dead too. I don't think she's dead though. I mean, she is in the House of the Undying though. I don't know. Man. There's just a lot happening, but I don't have a clue what's happening. I don't really have any input.
And we will be with you until time comes to an end. Welcome home, Daenerys Stormborn.
This is not my home. My home is across the sea where my people are waiting for me.
They will be waiting a long time.
Dracarys.
Was not expecting that. Dracarys. What's Dracarys? Man, so she's locked up right now, but is fire gonna free them? Maybe. I mean, fire doesn't hurt her. Is it gonna hurt him? I mean, he seemed bothered by it. He's trying to get it off. We'll get the fire off of them. Yeah. So, man, I'd be a little disappointed if the House of the Undying just disappears. Like, I think they need to follow through on that storyline. Don't just end it here. I don't know. We'll see. Wow. That was it? That was it? He burns to death. The magic's done. We're done with him? I liked him. He was evil, but he was pretty cool. Fascinating character. That's it? Hopefully he comes back. Wow. That was a little disappointing, but I mean, good that she is escaping with their dragons. I mean, that's good. I like her. I like her dragons, so that's fine. But man, I like that guy. It'd be sad to see him go. Or I am sad to see him go if that's it. Surely not, though. All you needed the whole time was just dragon fire? And then that's it? Shows you how powerful the dragons are even at that age.
Or was it your whore mother?
Oh boy. Oh boy. That music, though, I won't be able to play any of that. But man, they're battling it out. I mean, I think he's just trying to tick John off. I know he's got a plan. I'm sure his plan is to die, but trying to get John to be on their side. So I think he's just trying to make John mad so he kills him. Wow. Wow. Well, he's gone. He's gone. He has a lot of faith in John to think that he'll fight against them. Which, I mean, he probably will. I don't know. Man, a lot of faith in John. Is it empty?
Nothing.
It's empty. Man. Well, take all the gold and jewels. They finally got to have their way. Man, too bad a lot of them died, but she seems to still have quite a few left. Couple of them left. Man, that girl, that's interesting that she betrayed her and she's leaving her in the vault, the empty vault. Guy was a lot of talk. That's interesting. I believed him. I believed that he had a bunch of jewels and riches beyond belief. That's funny. He offered her half of nothing. When that didn't work, they stole her dragons. Wow. I mean, I didn't think until they were opening the vault that there was nothing in there. I always thought there was something in there, but then sure enough, nothing in the vault. Crazy. What was Three Blasts again? Was that the Three Blasts is the Undying, or not the Undying? Three Blasts is the Walkers? I don't know. Wow, there's a lot of them. Wow. I'm surprised they didn't kill Sam. Wow. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Well, there you have it. End of a season, honestly. Great episode. I don't know. There was just a lot that happened. I didn't do it at the beginning, so I want to add some feedback. Thank you, Ella PHX, for your kind comments. Corkspar, I think, had some good feedback about Circia and her trying to kill her kid or almost killing her kid. Kind of like the inner circle of Nazis killing themselves and their own kids when Russia was making its way into Berlin at the end of World War II. That made a lot of sense and really kind of clicked in my head. So thank you for that. Yunin, thank you for your kind comment saying about love my passion for the episode or likes it. But yeah, I mean, it was just a really great episode, last episode. And then Battle of Helm's Deep is unique and unattainable. That's the time it was filmed and the possibilities. So, I mean, we had a little bit of back and forth. I mean, I love Lord of the Rings, of course. But man, I mean, to me, this was on a level similar to Lord of the Rings. I know they're completely two different shows, completely two different battles, all that. But yeah, so I really appreciate the back and forth with you all. It means a lot to me to have these conversations, and hopefully you're still enjoying these videos. This episode, yeah, I mean, it was a great episode. I was right. It didn't reach to the extent the last episode did for me. Episode 9 was kind of, I don't know, like you couldn't beat that. There was still some great things that happened, a lot of story progression. Just some of the things I want to mention. The only thing I wrote down really, but I almost feel bad for Greyjoy. So he hasn't had the easiest life. King Stark, or Ned Stark, he was decent to him. He treated him well, but he didn't have to, he was still captive. So I get where some of that hatred is coming from, but he didn't have to betray the Starks after they raised him. He just seems so pitiful at this point in this moment. And I almost feel bad for him, really. I mean, his own men were like, yeah, we're not doing this. So, it was good to see Lord Stannis Baratheon. See, that's something Gus mentioned that I totally missed. I thought he was being captured by King Joffrey and his men. Well, really not King Joffrey. It was more his father, Lord Tywin, that I thought his men got him. But he escaped, so that's interesting because he's not dead. He's not even captured. So we'll see what happens. That ending though, that was a good ending. Hopefully Sam will make it through that. I don't know how he can though. Like, I don't know why or how they wouldn't kill him. But my goodness, there are a lot of walkers. There's a lot of them, and they're gonna wreak havoc. And it was interesting too, seeing that horse that was dead too. That was fascinating, and just the commander on the horse, very eerie. I tried to leave some of that in. I might have to cut it out depending on how YouTube reacts to it. But again, another solid episode, solid season. Honest to God, I enjoyed this season better than season 1. There was more. I mean, there was a battle. There was a lot of character development. There was a lot of high stress. There was a lot of excitement. I mean, I just really enjoyed this season. I would say if I had to pick between season 1 and season 2 would be my favorite. Season 1, I did enjoy it. There are obviously some good aspects to it. Obviously, it kept me interested enough where I continue the show. I've actually tried other shows, watching them, and then just kind of lose interest and never go back to them. So the fact that I'm still posting these videos, not only because you guys are enjoying it and I want to continue posting content for you all, but also I'm just literally enjoying it. Like, say the YouTube channel, say I gave it up on that, I would still watch the rest of Game of Thrones. So I would still watch it on my own. That says a lot right there, because a lot of TV shows, I'll watch maybe an episode or two, or maybe sometimes even a season or two, and then I just kind of give it up. This is not one of those shows. This is one I've got to complete. I've got to finish, be it on YouTube or on my own. But yeah, another good season. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Jon Snow. What choices he's going to have to make and how he's going to be able to help. I don't know. But yeah, I appreciate you guys' time. Thanks for watching. As always, leave a like if you enjoyed. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. I'd appreciate that greatly. That way you won't miss any more Game of Thrones videos coming up. We're taking a week off, as per usual. I don't know why I've decided to do that, but it's just kind of a thing now. I'll take a week off in between seasons, and then we'll be back with the next season, season 3. This time it should only be a week rather than 2 weeks. I'm not going on vacation, so I should be able to get back into it pretty quickly for you all. But yeah, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a good Memorial Day, and hopefully you have a good 4th of July if you're from America, or if you have any holidays from other countries. I hope you enjoy them. Hope you get some good celebration and spend time with your family and friends. So that's all she wrote. I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Thank you.